Remix. Remix. Remix.
What it do, niggas?
Yes, welcome back, everybody, to Remix Morning Show, Black Liberation Media. Amber and Jared here, and Geechee is obviously off celebrating independence of this country. He's getting his 4th of July set.
Yeah.
Good morning, Amber. How you feeling?
I feel good. We all know Geechee loves American values.
He loves America. He's out there.
So he is having a great time with his red, white, and blue shirt.
He said he's been waiting. He's been waiting for this day all year. It's his favorite time of year. So
yeah. I'm doing great. I am having a great time, living my best Black life. You know.
Hey.
Switched up my hair.
Oh, right. A is for
a wig. Now
a wig. What's up, remixers? The undefeated chat in the building. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, support the platform, put this in your socials. Invite others to join you. Tell them to stop fronting.
Not stop fronting.
Well,
That's
stop fronting
because
there ain't no future in your fronting. I mean, it has been made clear for a long time. You know, what's up, Poncho? Amber got the shine.
What shine?
I don't know. That's what Red said.
The light? I don't know.
Jitty Matcha in the building.
You
cheery every day.
Today. I'm always like this. I am a naturally cheery, happy person.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I blame Geechee. Sometimes when he's here, he be so mean to me. So it's just so hard for me to live my true self.
Well, it looks like you don't have to worry about that today. He's off celebrating America.
You know.
Celebrating independence. So I think we should call this, I think despite what some have tried to say to come between us and create drama, I think today should be, for the rest of us, Gerald Horne Day. Because perhaps more than anyone, he has unearthed the thesis and the well-made argument that this country was not about, this day was not about the independence of humanity. It was about the support and defense and re-enslavement or continued enslavement of Africans and settler colonialism. So
you hit that with the same, you're ready to go, huh?
No, I didn't. But since people want to show up late, and then they want to wait for their special, they want to wait for their special intro. Nah, we already gave your intro. You getting your flag ready.
You wasn't gonna be here because you had to go celebrate the 4th of July because you love the country so much that patriotism runs deep through your veins. So
I thought y'all was gonna bring me in. That's some weak shit right there, man. That's
no. Why? How you get brought in? How you show up late and then wait for a special
All right,
intro?
Go back off. You know, we got no one than the biggest, the best, the most beautiful, the geechiest of the y'alls who loves America.
Wow.
Geechee.
Is that better?
No, because Amber put that weak ass love America shit in the back. See, that's what I'm,
We knew. We knew. Me and Jerry knew that you might be late or not show up at all because the celebration was so big.
I'm at my
The
mama
red,
house.
white, and
Look,
blue running
I'm at,
deep in your veins.
I'm at my
Look,
mama house.
Obi said it's just stopping by on the way to the American flag cookout.
Yeah.
We know what it is. All these fake ass revolutionaries can't wait to get to the grill today. Can't wait to get to the fireworks.
If I'm being honest, my mother neighborhood looked like your neighborhood and all those tree line streets with all those white folks. So and American flags.
Well,
But
that's not good.
we ain't got no flag over here.
My neighbor sure does have an American flag.
Because Raul said Geechee was eating a burger off screen to show just how much he loved the holiday. Betrayal of veganism.
I mean, we do.
Obi said, "I left the country." That's the Obi's flexing, the goat of revolutionary activity. They're like, I'm not even going to be on the continent while you celebrate this. Did you just mute yourself, Amber?
Yeah, I was trying to let somebody know that I was on a live stream so they didn't walk, in front of it.
See, that's who really celebrating for.
You
feel me? Yeah.
You said that's who really celebrating what?
The 4th.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time somebody's secret life got revealed on the Remix Morning Show by accident.
It's no secrets. It's my mommy.
No, hey, folks, only the real ones will remember that one. They're going to have to go back into the archives for that one. I'm not going to say nothing. All I will say is it had nothing to do with me, but I'm not saying nothing. Only the real ones. Only the what do they call it? The day ones.
Yeah, the day ones.
Only the day ones will remember that one. If they've been paying attention. The remix, you gotta be careful. The remix will give up some secrets on you in a minute now. You gotta What I wanted to say though, what I was happy about was that Amber and I yesterday were competing for who chilled the hardest yesterday. And in our pre-show day before check-in.
Because let me tell y'all something about Jared. I love a man who learns. They receive feedback and then they act on it. I told them to check on me. And what Jared be doing? Amber, how are you doing? I said, you know what? That's why you got married. That's why your wife's still with you. Because you'll be listening. And we appreciate that. I love a man who takes some feedback and take action. Geechee didn't do it though, y'all. I just want y'all to know that part.
I don't feel like both of us need to do it. Once Jared say how you doing and you say okay, well, I gotta ask you again. That don't make no sense.
Do you not care about me? You hate me?
I care. But I read that you okay.
That's why only one of us is married, Amber. That's
true for now.
Yeah.
Aha!
We were definitely competing, and I almost brought them rib tips on the stream because I got another container.
Oh wow.
They're so good. Oh, so good. I love a good store in the country. We stopped in Pickens, Mississippi, at my favorite gas station. They got rib tips and smoked wings. They be having whole slabs of ribs, fresh cut fruit. They had some fresh watermelon.
A gas station with ribs?
You asking the wrong questions.
All right. I just know gas station. Everything.
Not gas station ribs.
You should have said, what exit is that? You talking about a gas station? Yes, nigga. They had full meals. They had sides too.
Oh, well, I mean, you did say Mississippi, so let me clean that up. I know we do things differently down in the South, and you're right. Gotcha.
Well, I will say at the gas station near my house, they'll have a food truck. Does that count?
No, that don't count.
No,
it don't count. It's not the same. They got a whole kitchen in that joint. Like literally in the joint, they got like a whole grill. Girl, hold on. Let me just highlight this.
I think I am too bougie for that. I don't think I'm doing gas station ribs.
Peace, everyone. Amber, their hair is giving. Thank you, you guys. I just want to say I did the braids and the install myself because what do bad bitches do? Save money.
Oh, word.
Is that what it's called? Installation?
Yeah, it was an install.
Yeah.
I had to put it on my head. So Oh, more people are coming. More people are coming. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Remix Morning Show with Amber, Jared. Geechee's here. He was late, though, just in case y'all didn't know that part. And I'll talk about what I'm doing for this weekend because I don't celebrate the 4th of July, but I am at Essence Fest because my friends are speaking on some different like panels and stuff. And my mommy has never gone. And so I was like, well, you know, I'm going to go because I like going to parties and celebrating my friends. So yesterday we went to this party that Congressman Troy Carter was throwing. He throws this party every year during Essence, and he do one during CBC. So we're at his party. I had been there like 2 hours, and then randomly the DJ shuts off the music. He was like, "Hey y'all, we got a special guest here. Everybody give it up for the R&B legend John B." And I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
This is random. This is so random. So then John B came out and sang 2 songs. And he sang that You're My Angel song twice because that's the only song that he really popular for. And he kept doing the most
But
on
don't
the
listen.
inflation. That you're my angel.
Yeah, don't listen to what people say, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he did his good. Now the mic was on. I will say he was singing, but he does only have like one good song. Yeah, he got 2 songs. He sang the 2 that he had. Andy, hold on, I'm gonna show you the comment. Andy in the chat said he only got 2 songs. He definitely sang those 2 songs.
Wait, I don't even remember the other song. What's the other song?
I don't remember the name of it, but I did get a little clip of him. I was like right in front of him. And then after he did his little set thingy, I left because I had to come home because I'm responsible. I had to come get some sleep so I can get on the show. So I came back, and as I was standing outside waiting on my Lyft ride, John B was standing across from me.
Waiting for Lyft too?
Yeah, it was so random.
Yeah, that's John B because he ain't got no. Listen, I think John B.
So funny. You're so funny.
I think John B and Eminem are plants, so I think we're gonna figure that out in some years to come. That they wouldn't. Really
I don't know, but all I know is he was cool. I mean, nice guy. Very much a white man who is profiting off of black people's labor. But hey, with his little woo, he was there. Oh, let me put this one on here too. Somebody said they sell ribs, rib tips, livers, gizzards, fried and baked chicken, catfish. I do want to say that's at Memphis, but at the Mississippi gas station we went to, they got all that. They got ribs, rib tips, and smoked chicken. And there was some fried catfish, but everything pretty much is smoked. Like they got smoked ribs. It's a fine little gas station. It's one of my favorite spots to go to. I love putting people onto it because they be getting fresh fruit from this farm down the street. It's so fine.
Oh, damn. Michael Madsen died?
Oh, damn. Who's Michael Madsen?
An actor. Most famous probably for his role in Reservoir Dogs, maybe Kill Bill.
Yes, I don't know who it is.
Fire. There's a fire. Fire. Say fire again, Amber.
What?
You just said fire. It's fire. It's a fire.
Yesterday, speaking of people, it was
fire. You say fire, but it's fire. Fire. My bad, Jared. Go ahead.
Somebody, Diego Jota, world football fans. If anybody is a Liverpool fan or follows world football, knows the Portuguese national team.
English football. What happened?
Diego Jota and his brother died in a car accident yesterday, going over 200 miles an hour in the Lamborghini. And this is like 3 months after Jota got married to the woman he has three babies with.
Ooh.
So you know, I mean, that was woof. And for a moment, I was like, man, I feel bad for his parents. You know, it's like both sons gone. But 200 is said in the news, 200 in the Lambo. And when if you look at the picture of the wreck, it looks like somebody. There is no car.
What they're on the Autobahn? Where were they at?
I don't know exactly where they were. That's a good question. I don't know that part, but they but when you see the picture, it's like the car is gone. It's like it disintegrated almost. Like it was crazy to see. In Spain, Obi says. Yeah,
Dang,
yeah.
okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Somebody put a
So
very long comment in the chat about me going to Essence Fest that I'm not gonna put up because it's too long. But imagine thinking that Essence Fest will change me. It's just a free event with niggas.
I mean, isn't it
Okay.
like a bigger Invest Fest? Well, it's a festival. It's Black
Is
Festival.
Invest Fest free?
For me, it was. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
so.
No,
it's not
paying for
free.
Invest Fest. They
Officially,
got
it's
different
not.
levels and stuff.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
and
Essence Fest is completely free, and they be giving out free full size hair care products. You think I'm gonna turn down free natural hair care products?
no, it's like that's how they get you.
How do they
Give out
get you
them,
though?
give out that free merch, get you hooked.
Oh, it doesn't work like that on me. I mean, I be getting the same stuff I always like wear, like normal stuff. They have a lot of like beauty brand stuff to be here, but I don't usually get the beauty stuff because I don't care about any of that. Like last year, somebody was giving out lashes, and I got some from one of my friends. And then the lipstick bar, the black-owned lipstick company, they were here and they were giving out free stuff, but I gave it to my friends because I don't wear a lot of it. It was like a eyeshadow shimmer thing, like a new product they had. I don't know, but I appreciate people who give out full size products because I don't want to sample. I want the full thing. And my mom has never gone to Essence Fest, so this is like our first time, and I'm like gonna take her to the convention center, and then we're gonna go to some events. Honestly, I don't be here for the convention center as much as I do for the events that happen around the convention center because I be getting invited to random stuff all the time, and they always have good food and free drinks. So
Cesar Chavez Jr. got arrested.
damn it.
By ICE. Wow.
By ICE.
That's wild.
What?
I just saw that too on the little boxer. Well, not the little boxer, but he is kind of little. He must have.
Oh, thank you.
That's crazy.
Appreciate that, Born Liberated.
They got a video too, Jared.
Oh,
where is this the video?
Marsa.
Oh, Brittany said Ron is 84 and the last original Ozzy Brothers still performing, and they told me to go see the Ozzy Brothers. I probably am gonna go. I think they're gonna be here tomorrow. If they're set for today, I'm not going. I'm going tomorrow because somebody got me some free passes. Because one thing about me, I'm not paying for nothing. Pretty privileged.
He looks out of shape.
Did Jake Paul get him set up or something? I think it's Jake Paul fault. Gotta be.
His father was a legend, and although his father, Cesar Chavez Sr., was a legendary fighter, and although I did watch one of the few fights I've actually watched, in terms of all that's been held, was when Cesar Chavez got, it wasn't really his fault, but the refs robbed Sweet Pea Whitaker, the late great Sweet Pea Whitaker. Because I watched that whole fight carefully and Sweet Pea live as it happened, and Sweet Pea won that fight, I thought, clearly, and they robbed him. And I met Sweet Pea once in Norfolk, by the way.
Yep,
shout out to the late great, real nice dude too.
How you
real
say it
humble.
again one time, Jared?
Norfolk.
Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk.
That's what they say in Norfolk. They say Norfolk, not Norfolk.
I don't know if I say it the way actual, but my time down there was Norfolk. That's how we said it, Norfolk.
Okay, got you.
And walked up in the spot he was in there. I was like, oh. And he was real nice.
He was all the way live everywhere. They love him down there.
Brad said, "Geechee, don't bother Amber's accent." I know that's right.
No, I like that. Five. I was trying to remember who else said it. It's another city who say five too, but I just can't remember. I know
maybe Louisville. They might say it like that.
Louisville. Yep.
Okay, so here's my latest shenanigan that happened yesterday. So we was walking outside to go find the venue for this party that I went to. They had John B. randomly show up. And some niggas had pulled up in a car and they were serving me, but it was dark. And I couldn't see what they looked like. My immediate go-to is just to be nice and probably lie a little bit. And so it was he was trying to holler at me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good." And then he was like, "Well, give my number." And I was like, "Okay." And I just pretended to write it down. And then they had a parking spot like at the like curb in front of us that opened up, so they actually parked their car there, and he got out, and I could see that he was fine. I said, "Damn, I can't tell him I didn't actually write the number down now, so I can't ask."
Oh, you could be like, dang, I think I got a number wrong. What is the number again?
It's okay. He was fine though. He was a short king though. My boy was short, but it's okay. I really don't need to re-up my roster right now. I have no plans but to be in the streets. So
Damn. Okay.
like I'm really traveling way too much to like focus on something anyways. But the nigga was fine, and I said,
Yeah.
"So what happened when you hit on people in the dark?" Keontae, yes, I did fumble, but not really, because if they really wanted to, they really were trying to, get with me, they would find me. Exactly. Hold on. Let me put this one up too. Andy said, "Free event with niggas." Yes. I don't understand why people be thinking that shouldn't be the go-to reason to go. It'd be so much fun. They be having multiple like live DJs out there at the convention center. They'd be so much fun. Like you ever just randomly be walking down a hallway and then just strike out into Boots on the Ground? It's so much fun. Love that for me.
So what is this link you dropped in the chat, Geechee? What you want us to look at here?
Sorry,
well, I dropped the link first.
That was a video. Okay. You got the video of Chavez getting arrested?
No, Amber says she dropped the link first. So
I was just pointing out that I did drop a link first, but you can show your video.
My bad. I didn't see. Well, smart GOP holdout Brian Fitzpatrick flees after voting no on Trump's big beautiful bill phone unreachable.
Yeah, so I know folks know by now that the budget bill has passed, but before it had passed, this Pennsylvania House Republican Brian Fitzpatrick, was the latest lawmaker that voted against the Donald Trump endorsed tax and spending bill at a test vote on Wednesday. So he actually voted again, but after he voted, he struck out of the literally ran. There's literal video of him striking out and runs out of the Capitol. No one can find him. They still have not found him right now. No one has spoken to him. Like that nigga left. He voted no and dipped. And I was cracking up because damn, what they do to them that scared them like this? Because they even acting like their life is like literally like they got a gun to their head. I said, you could just vote for the shit. We know that y'all really support it. Just be honest. But like this whole, I gotta be all dramatic and strike out running and never to be seen again because they come get me was just hilarious to me. And honestly, the video of him striking out running was funny as hell. And I was like, why are white men so dramatic?
Yeah, cut the healthcare, snap. Wow.
Okay, so Zenzi said the only reason I won't go to Essence Fest is because July and NOLA is brutal. Definitely understand. I manage it with going early in the morning. So I go to the convention center right when it's about to open, super early. My mom, when she came out, she was like, "Did you get any sleep?" Because she saw me on the live stream already, and we finna leave to go to the convention center at 9:30. And I was like, "Yeah, I got this. I got a good 4 hours of sleep. This is my Super Bowl. This is my Roman Empire." Okay. So I go super early in the morning and then I leave there by like 11-ish. And then I go get some food somewhere sitting down. So I'm staying cool. The convention center is cool inside. I stay cool where I'm going to eat at. Then I go back. I might change clothes for whatever like evening activities I'm going to do. But by then the sun ain't gone down. So it's like warm, but I don't sweat as much. You just got to like have a little plan with it, And I have like this Dyson fan that I got from Amazon that works really, really good. And I also usually have like a bigger fan with me too, mainly for the line dances, but also you can fan yourself with it. That is my secret weapon.
Amber,
So
I meant to ask you something. So I just had a conversation. Well, I actually just had a conversation, but I actually only first time for the look up this concept of soft life. And so with your, I see that face, with your dating, I guess shenanigans, what is your concept of the soft life and how do you respond to it? And do you hear women or other people talking about it. If you know this, I'm sure you know this stuff like me, but
Yeah, hold on. I just want to say, Born Liberated said Amber is a fun time, and I appreciate that. So I think that I have heard all the soft life phenomenon, and to me, to be real, soft life just sounds like having boundaries and being treated well. And we always have to like rebrand basic ass things that I just don't understand why. Because my life is pretty chill because I set boundaries. I don't get burnt out or stressed out because I set boundaries about what I want to do, who I want to talk to. Like I just know how to be a responsible adult. And people know how to treat me well. So that leads to a very relaxed life. But I don't think you have to fall for the like soft life branding. I do have this necklace though that I really like that says "Stay soft," and it's not about soft life. I feel like the company was kind of branding it like it was, but it's actually to me a reminder, especially as a black woman, to like stay in my softness, and I feel like I have to like be hardened on the outside around people because black women are just used to being like very strong and not really being able to like break down their like outer shell. And so I like to wear that necklace for that reason, but I do feel like the company that sold it was selling it for the whole soft life thing because it's like really popular, like as a term. I don't think it's popular as a practice. I don't think niggas are setting boundaries for real.
that's interesting. I guess I never. I can see what you're saying in terms of boundaries. But Jared, have you heard of that?
No, John is right. I am feeling old and confused, and so I don't know what is being described here. And as the previous comment said, I am glad I'm kept. I'm so happy that I'm not. Yeah. So, but go ahead. Yeah.
No. So this is I put the article in the chat, but this is an article that like I read last night as I was kind of looking at how people were talking about it, and I know Ricky Ryan and Dr. Charity both put a line about it in an article before, but this article is titled like "Let the Soft Life Go and Get in the Fight," because they're saying that there's a original meaning, which I thought the original meaning was like a mimicking of white women's life as it relates to their husband being able to bring in a large income for exploiting labor.
No, that's not what it means at all.
I know,
Also,
but
I want to read
listen,
this comment because I don't want to disappear.
Let me finish really quick. But
Okay.
as I read through it, they were saying more so that the internet people co-opted the meaning and took it somewhere else. So there's a kind of competing.
It's a call for individualism and consumption.
To me, I do think that it can be a call for individualism and consumption, mainly the consumption part, like the idea that you have to like go buy all these different things and invest in these different services. But I agree with Zenzi. Zenzi said exactly, Amber. I've been living soft life a long time for those reasons, because a lot of the issues that people have, a lot of the like things that lead to people crashing out are not having boundaries. And one thing about people who are quote unquote living the soft life, they got strict boundaries. Like they don't play about their boundaries. They do what they want to do. And I think really the softness comes in that because you're prioritizing yourself and your needs, then you're just able to be more present and be like less hardened. But it does, to me, it does lead to more consumption.
The danger of soft life aesthetic is that it presents ease as liberation when in fact it often depends on proximity to privilege and access to capital. Who gets to live softly? Who has the time, money, and safety to distance themselves from the current battles we're facing? The soft life packages and self-care and freedom back to us in a way that teaches us that liberation is something you can buy, not build. And that's a lie.
And I actually disagree with that. I think that it is something you can build and you don't have to buy. I do agree with that part. But I don't agree with the part about, go back to the first like sentence you read, Jared, about
Whoops.
But also, Jarek, I think what I've been hearing in this reading in this article and kind of what around is very similar to what you quote Fred Hampton, peace for those willing to fight for it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of like we could eventually have a particular type of life, all of us, but it definitely ain't gonna come as a rate of acting like things are not happening or escapism. So I read or saw a lot of the soft life rhetoric sounds like escapism. So like, oh, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna get in that stuff.
Well,
And
you know,
so
as someone who was a top number one user of escapism, I can tell you that that's not true. And I ain't gonna hold you. Escapism is my favorite shit. Like I used to be deep in my escapism bag. I stopped doing it about a year and a half ago. Don't see a big difference, but I did save more money. That's about it. But I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the escapism part. It was something you said, Jerry, about I'm trying to find the exact word she said about the trend. Something about resting. Hey, I'm trying to find it. It was very specific.
I think she said something. She did agree that rest is revolutionary, but
She did. I saw that in there.
But it was a say like you should get your rest, but also join the fight.
I just think that the idea that like we can't do both, the idea that I can't like participate in escapism and also still like fight for liberation is just not true.
Yeah.
Oh, this part, I found it. Don't let the soft life dupe you into stepping back from a fight that requires all of us. As the poem suggests, now is the time to rest if we must, but not quit. I just think that to me, that means you're not good at setting boundaries because I've been fighting for Black liberation for several years now. I also go on vacation if I can. I also turn my phone off at 9 p.m. I don't answer. I get a great night's sleep. I eat. So many of my friends do not eat regular meals. And no matter how many times I suggested them to just pick up some fucking protein shakes, they still haven't done it because they don't want to make things easier for themselves because they're used to doing like they're used to this pattern they've been in. And to me, that's a way to like make your life softer and more enjoyable and with like creating more ease. I enjoy creating more ease for myself. And that doesn't always mean consumerism or buying something. That can literally just mean not answering the phone past a certain time because I know I need to get some sleep. Because if I don't have 8 hours of rest, I can't function. And how can I save the world, as y'all expect Black women to do every fucking day, if I didn't get a good 8 hours sleep?
I think all that makes sense. I just think I also think that how we define revolution, activity, etc., is not always so clear. So I wouldn't say when I set my do not disturb for 9 p.m. so that I can be shut off and relax, that I wouldn't consider that revolutionary work. I don't think getting rest and taking a break in and of itself is revolutionary. It's what you would be doing when you're not taking a break that would define that. And again, I'm not even so clear on what that looks like in 2025. How do we define and delineate revolutionary activity?
Yeah, I don't think that those things are revolutionary. I do want to clarify that. I don't think they're revolutionary, but I do think that they help to create the environment that we need to be successful revolutionaries. Like they help, the things that you're doing are slowly aiding to you being better at organizing or being better at taking on more or like what you want, you're able to execute things better. And I just think that that makes a big difference. It was another part she said in here that a soft life does not take away the need for us to advocate for ourselves. I would argue that a soft life requires you to advocate for yourself even more. It requires a lot more advocacy because people need to understand why I'm setting the boundary. They need to understand like this is important to me and it's necessary for me.
So I in other places I've heard that it's like a rest or stopping or exiting the hustle culture, right? And so if you're saying that it's not dealing with the entrepreneurialisms and the careerisms, that's one thing, but getting in the struggle is going to be probably even more work and expend more energy than it would have even with your. So that's why I'm saying the word or the concept
Well, because also what I'm tempted is when I was listening and looking at that one page for half a second, one of my first thoughts was it reminds me of what I joke with my children all the time. You need a break from what? Like, you need a vacation from what? Like what you've been doing that requires a break. Like, your life is just constant chill. So it's like, what is it? So that's why I'm saying, what are we taking a break from? Yeah, we all need a rest, we all need break, we all need downtime, and we all need to relax. I think that's normal, but that's not, there's nothing novel in that. Yeah, I mean, it's internet BS. I'm tempted to, I tend to agree with that.
It is a lot about consumerism. I do agree with that. And I also, I don't think that a soft life, like the soft life narrative, is like the biggest reason for why we see so much individualism, but I do think it contributes to it. I think we see more individualism because of what Geechee was saying about like the hustle mentality, like the grit and grind. I'm self-made, got it out the mud. I went to Invest Fest and bought 2 properties, and now I'm, doing my big one. I'm gonna be a mogul type niggas. I think that's what's really deteriorating things. Not really. I mean, the soft life shit is mostly like embraced by women, anyways. Men ain't doing it for real. So
I've endeavored to have my entire life be one of relative ease. Like, and I don't apologize for that. And when I read that essay, The Right to Be Lazy, a couple years ago, I should turn that into some merch. That's my whole mantra.
My bad. He
Go
said
ahead.
sometimes these terms are so co-opted, it's best to abandon the terms. It causes confusion and leads to the wrong objectives. I mean, yeah, I think that that's an option for some people. I just don't really think that, like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I guess, and when I think, especially around stuff like this, I don't put as much energy into it as other people, to be honest. I feel like there's so much other things happening in the world. Like, we literally are dealing with a lot of other shit, and I just don't care to like put so much into these kind of arguments. But I do think they're interesting. But I really be worried about other shit because they say I don't be doing nothing.
So has this been talked about yet? Where is everybody with this all important Diddy trial? Denied bail as he awaits sentencing.
I haven't talked about it, but I do think that, to me, it showed me the exact same thing I see people talk about all the time, which is that people don't take like sex crimes against women, especially Black women, seriously. And because we just.
But what were those? So this is where I end up, and I will step out there and just sacrifice myself for. So first of all, there are many more important things, and I get all of that. Diddy, I want to remind everyone that I've been hating on Diddy for literally 30 years. Our hate awards, which really I think to look at, I think we're at like a 25th anniversary coming up on that. The hate awards were created in response to him co-opting hate as a defense against criticism. So I, I've been, but what little I've looked at this case, I have never been closer to being dragged into the so-called manosphere in my life with all the conspiracies. Why is this the signature case? When you hear, so for instance, I just saw the film, that dumbass that I got, just sitting there watching, The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck and whatever the other dude's name is. I kept calling it Batman and the Punisher, pun intended. The dude that played Punisher and Batman with Ben Affleck. And the backdrop is a cartel running a sex trafficking ring. And but it's the standard stereotypical sex trafficking ring you think of when you think of sex trafficking. It's minors, it's kids, it's gangs, it's all the anti-Mexican stuff, it's all the white heroism, it's all that kind of stuff. This is not what Diddy was accused of doing. so and it seems like a lot got conflated with the video of him beating Cassie, which is horrible, and with what people think of when they think of trafficking, because the only thing he ends up getting ultimately charged with is paying for consenting full-grown adults to perform consenting acts that we all may have whatever thoughts of, but so I'm like, Ghislaine Maxwell's case got nowhere near this level of attention, and she was actually bringing underage kids for Epstein. Like, they were actually doing all the stuff that you think of. Diddy, as wild and ridiculous and as horrible person as he is, this is not that. And I'm like, so that was so then even when Amber says these crimes, I'm looking at this and I'm like, women who actually are suffering crimes, like, their issues I feel like are getting subsumed and swept under something like this. He's not charged with that. He's not charged with beating up women. He's not charged with, none of those were his charges. What he's charged with is some, I think, overreaching kind of silly stuff that for all the government's resources, if you are out here really wanting to shut down crime. So I'm like, so somebody has to fill me in. I must be I just am uninformed. Like, so they did this Diddy case.
You're uninformed, but you done went on a whole rant for 5 minutes.
But you haven't heard what I said. You haven't heard what I said. No. You haven't heard what I'm saying I'm uninformed about.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So you interrupted and kind of got out there loud and wrong on that one, Amber. But what I'm saying I'm uninformed about is, where are what must be all of the cases where the federal courts in New York really did shut down all the sex trafficking rings. Like, they must have really been in those whatever all throughout New York, shutting down all the underage stuff and all the stuff like that. Like that's what I'm saying I'm uninformed about, because clearly if you're going to spend all this time and energy and resource to get Diddy on what these ultimate charges were, then all the stuff, all the real sex trafficking and all the real violence and RICO stuff, they must really have like they must have a roster of cases that they've already knocked out before they got to this one. But please don't tell me that this is the extent of all your resources and energy to shut down violence against women and sex trafficking and RICO case. Like, please don't tell me this is because this is. And what I kept seeing was people kept talking about and replaying the Cassie video. That's not what he's charged with. So I'm like, if you want to bring up, if what they should have said is, we are now going to elevate from state to federal and take away statute of limitations for when you're on tape beating somebody up. Like, that's what he should have been charged for. That's what he should have been getting, but you're paying full-grown adults, consenting adults, to do consenting things. And then I heard the defense, and I thought it was a compelling question that the prosecutors didn't seem to prove. If you have 75 incidents of willful consent, how is it the 76th one becomes trafficking? So that's all I'm saying. I'm like,
so is he gonna beat the case or whatever? And when he
charges he's gotten, the maximum penalty could be 10 years each. So if the judge wants to, they could do consecutive and put him in jail for 20 years. But I think I almost feel like this isn't what I would want him to get charged for. Like, he's being charged for what I don't think anyone should be charged for. Because you're talking about he's ultimately paying OnlyFans consenting adults. We can say what we want about what sex work is and how people are manipulated into that. But in terms of what we are conditioned to think of about sex trafficking and violence against women, I don't think this. How do I know it was?
How do you know all of it was consensual? Because he said it was.
I didn't. No. I didn't. I didn't say he said it. I didn't say I agree with that. I'm saying the defense said that after all of the evidence was heard and said, the defense made that argument. And I'm saying is, as someone who could have been like sitting in a jury, that would have been a compelling argument for me. That's all I'm saying.
And what said, was it all consent? Question mark. No.
Again, that's not my point. See, this is what I think happens. Like, this is what I think has been going on. People, I think.
Robert said, can Jared Ball describe the differences in the charges?
Amber, what the hell are you doing with the?
I just wanted to ask all the questions at once so you can answer them, because I'm not going to
ask all the questions at once.
The argument is okay, but the part you just said about the if you were in the jury, that would be compelling. The way you were telling like your narrative, it didn't seem like a. Because if I was in the jury, I would vote yes. It seemed like I just believed, what was being said. So I think that's why people were asking the additional questions. But I'm gonna let you finish. I do just want to say, y'all see what happens when y'all let Jerry start talking instead of me leading the show. Okay, go ahead, Jerry.
All right. What I think is what seems to be happening based on what you just threw up there is what I think has been happening throughout this whole case. And having just tried to catch up in the last couple of days or so, it seems like a lot of the folks are focusing on what we would think of when we think of horrific crimes like sex trafficking and whatever. But what has actually been tried seems to be something very different. And that's why I'm saying this is not a situation where you have a bunch of underage kids in the van and all that other kind of stuff like you see in The Accountant 2. It is someone who it was argued was a consenting adult for 75 out of 76 instances. So I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm not saying I believe it. What I'm saying is what happened in that courtroom seems to be very different from what we are all thinking. Again, I didn't pay attention until like a few days ago. And I was one of those people that was thinking, damn, Diddy was using Bad Boy to bring in underage this, he's doing that. Because all I hear I go into the stereotype. I hear sex trafficking. I'm like, man, he was doing all of that. Well, get him then. And it just doesn't sound like, and that's why he's only charged with two very lesser charges, which are described in the press as a win for his team. So where he could be charged he could spend as little as a year per charge in prison. So he's not going to go home, but he's also not been convicted of doing all of these things so I'm not saying anything about, I think there's a lot that could be said about, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, which is paying consenting adults to travel to his hotel room to do things, whatever we may think about them. And again, so this isn't helpful. The gish galloping, that's what you're doing though. But Amber, what you're doing is gish galloping. Your throat, which is
gish galloping.
It's where in a debate you throw up a whole bunch of topics and you force somebody to chase after them instead of focusing on what is actually being said.
Oh, I didn't want you to chase after them. I just thought the comments were interesting. I didn't.
Right, but that's the suggestion when you keep pulling up. That's what I'm saying. But this is,
I don't know where the word gish galloping came from.
It comes from my atheist debates community, and that's often what that's what you see happening in debates. But you see it happen all the time. They'll say, but what about this, and this? And then you're supposed to chase after all of them, and you lose sight of the actual point you're making.
So just to clarify,
so I'm not saying that again. I did not say I have not been following it from the beginning. That's my point. My point is, I don't think many people have been following it as closely as they think they have. And that's why they think that he's been doing things that he hasn't actually been doing or hasn't been charged with doing. So what he's been charged with, yes, is technically illegal, but we're seeing feds raid his house. We're seeing months and months of news coverage. We're seeing however many tens of millions or thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent. We're seeing the feds got all of this. We're hearing we're hearing RICO. We're hearing all of this. And at the end of the day, he's been charged with something that is it's not so I'm glad Cassie got 20 million. I'm glad so and so got another 10 or whatever. Get all the money. I am not defending Diddy. I'm not saying he's what I am saying is I'm like, I feel like all of this energy should have been, where's the Weinstein energy? Where's the Epstein and Maxwell energy? The one of the young women ended her own life over what happened with Maxwell's case. Like, and all we're talking about is so and then at the end of the day, he's not being charged with all the stuff that we saw him doing that everybody's upset with, rightfully. That's why I'm saying.
I think we can be upset with both, though. I think both incidents are wrong. Like, I don't think Epstein. I think Epstein got a lot of attention based off of like my timeline, but I do think that people harp on like what's happening with Diddy because it's Diddy, because of the person that he is. But I will say that when you rely on the criminal justice system for like any form of justice, you're already losing. I don't feel like that the federal government argued the case very well. And I will say I've actually noticed a bigger difference in the last few years from like federal cases under different presidents and this current president. And to me, it feels like a lot of things are being argued very weakly. I feel like they often overcharge people and they end up dropping stuff. And that happened with Diddy too. They often overcharge people. And so they'll delete stuff that they feel like they haven't proven. But
not the federal government.
The federal government. Why they were.
No, that's why they were touting for all this time. They got a 99% conviction rate because they only charge you with what they know they can get you with. That's what.
I mean, they say stuff like that, but I actually watch federal court cases, so I see them drop stuff because I literally have sat through multiple court cases where they've dropped like 4 or 5.
We've all seen court cases, and I'm saying that's what my point is.
They just be lying.
So this is exactly what I said from the beginning. Erica, future Dr. Brown is exactly right. That's exactly what I said, that they overreached and Diddy's a horrible person. I've been hating on Diddy for longer than Amber's been alive. Literally, which is wild. So I don't,
they did overcharge for sure. And that I think it weakened the case, and it made it easier for people to take a side. I saw Josephus in the comments earlier about how people have already taken sides, and I think that it made it easier for folks to take a side and try to be like, they just scapegoating him and attacking him because he's a black man because of the way they overcharged him. But I do just want to add, you mentioned something about, the argument that there's 77 incidents, but then the 76th one is not consensual. Someone can remove consent at any time. And I know plenty of people who have been married or in relationships with people who they were having consensual sex with. And then at one period, they did not agree. And that person still pursued them and sexually assaulted them. So just because someone has agreed previously or given consent previously does not mean that that consent continues. And I don't think that was argued well either. And I get what they were trying to say. What they were trying to do, what they do all the time, is sowing doubt. This might say, and Maggie and Robert, liars, both of you.
They are, both of them, lying through their keyboard teeth.
It's the same thing people do with black women. They do with sex workers. Like the idea that these OnlyFans folks or whoever were, they just have to agree because they're sex workers. They don't have the right to to withdraw consent. Like that's very much, to me, it was very heavily played in the trial. And I think that because we live in a culture that does not respect women, that thinks they can do whatever they want to women's bodies, then they definitely fell for that argument of, these are sex workers, they're deplorable, they're, less
But
than.
the sex workers were men. That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. Like the sex workers
that's why I separated it and I said black women and sex workers. Sex workers are, whether they're men or not, are still treated as less than. And it's assumed that because they're sex workers, that they don't say no to sex.
But did they testify that they were doing it against their will? Because that's not what I'm seeing, and that's not how it's there. And when they give their own interviews, that's not how they're being portrayed. They're saying
no. They testified that they were hired and that they traveled over state lines to get to this person, which is prostitution, which is illegal.
But not against their will, though. They were not doing it against their will, though. That's what I'm saying.
I only listened to the one testimony of one of the guys. So I didn't listen to all of them. But what you were saying earlier is what I was referring to. I was addressing the whole thing. I wasn't saying this has to do with the Diddy case. I'm saying in general, you said that if you do something 77 times, but the 76th time it was you weren't consenting.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So that's you literally misrepresented what I said. What I said was no, I didn't. Amber, what I said was referencing Diddy's defense. I said
you said if you were in the jury, that would have been a compelling argument.
Right, but I did not. But you just now, wait a minute, Amber, careful now, because what you just said was that I said that I agreed that it wasn't, that it's questionable, or that it's no longer consent. And I did not say that. I said the defense made that argument.
Added more words.
And I said, and I think I'm being legit, and I think I'm being fair. It's a compelling argument to raise in defense of your client because it's a legit question.
I agree with that part. I was saying when I repeated it just now about the 76 out of 77, I just shortened what you were saying. But
you misrepresented what I was saying. You literally turned what I said. No, you literally said I said that I agreed with that, and that I said that
it was a compelling argument.
But I did not agree that it was not consent, or it was consent, and I did not agree that the I did not agree that it automatically meant that that was consent given every time. All I acknowledged.
You agreed that it was a compelling argument.
And I think it is a compelling argument for a defense to make. It doesn't mean I agree with it. It doesn't mean that I think it's right. It means it's a compelling argument. It's something that it could work. That's all I'm saying. It's a good question to raise if you're defending somebody in a case like this.
Yeah, I agreed that it was a compelling argument, and I was saying that this is the type of argument that you hear around Black women and sex workers, that you can't ever remove consent. That's what I was referring to when I said the removing consent thing.
But then you said that I agreed with that, and that's where I'm saying it's
a compelling argument. I just didn't add the extra words. I'm sorry, I was just assuming.
But I don't. But it's not me agreeing that it can't be. I think again. All right. So this is what. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead. Throw me in the category. That's fine.
Can y'all go back to litigating the soft life? There's nothing else to litigate. Y'all be saying, y'all saying a lot. Hold on. Oh, there's so many comments. I can't read them all. Hold on.
Okay, here's my question. Does Jab know the context of why Diddy was beating Cassie in the hotel? That it was at the hotel where the freak off occurred. Did you not see the coercion there? First of all, I said it doesn't matter what the context is. I said the federal government, I would have preferred if it could have been made legal to retroactively take away the statute of limitations, elevate that state crime, which is what that was. Him beating her in the hotel was not a federal crime. It's a state crime. So the federal government could not have gotten involved. And I said they should have elevated it to a federal crime, because it should be a federal crime to beat someone like that, or beat a woman like that, or anyone like that in this country. It shouldn't matter where you are. So that's what I said. So I didn't say that she wasn't being coerced. And I understand it was the context that they were at a freak off and she was trying to leave. So I'm not saying that I agree. That's why I'm saying that what Amber just did is misrepresenting my argument and helping Kahindi do the same thing. So I really wish you all would be better in the chat at handling nuanced and serious conversations so that we could raise conversations and questions without being disrespected like this, like Kahindi is, and I think Amber just did to me a moment ago. So I am not saying
I wasn't trying to misrepresent what
I didn't say you were trying to, but it came out and allows for Kahindi and others to misrepresent me even further. So I didn't say, or I'm not saying that there's no coercion. I'm saying if you're a defense lawyer, that's a really good question to ask.
Well, I agree with Monty. If she already corrected herself, then how is it still putting you in the category?
I didn't say she's still putting me in the category. I said she had put me in the category, and that allowed people like Kahindi to make that same mistake and continue doing the same thing. So again, please do better paying attention to what I'm saying, or just take a moment and rewind the YouTube stream and then catch up. That's really unfortunate.
I did want to raise this question that,
and by the way, to everybody on screen and off screen, and who will see this later, I have earned and deserve all of the benefit of the doubt. So everybody, all of you need to chill and actually listen to what I'm saying.
I think that because it's a very charged subject, that it can really make some people get a little upset when you're first talking about it, because it was a long, you was giving a long monologue. But I do want to raise what Erdasia
But what
said.
did I say in the monologue, though? Don't just describe it as long. Tell me what I say. What I
was
said.
long and detailed about the Diddy thing. I want to read her comment first.
So if it was long and detailed, how is it that there's so much misrepresenting of what I've said? Like, don't just dismiss it as long.
What you said, though,
I didn't say you did either. I said, how is it that there is so much going on in the chat and on the screen if what I said was long and detailed?
It's probably because you light skinned. It's the 4th of July, and they sick of listening.
I do think a lot of it, unfortunately, has to do with that. There's a lot of personal preference and bias that people throw in here before they pay attention to what's actually being said. Happens a lot around here in these streets, in these YouTube streets and chat streets.
I just want to read Erdasia's comment because I do think it's important. They said, I think we should name that the sex workers were black men. Black women and sex workers sounds very weird. I want to clarify. I did not know they were black men because I was listening to the transcripts and the reports, and they just said they were men. They didn't actually list they were black men. And you can't physically see someone in federal court because they don't allow TVs, because I go to federal court all the time to sit in on cases. So I actually just didn't know. So now I know they were black men.
All the jokes was including black men, though.
And one of the reasons you know is because at least one of them's giving routine conversation, like interviews.
Oh, I haven't seen no interviews. I was listening to the actual federal court case, like reading the transcripts. I haven't seen no interviews. I don't have cable. I don't have a TV. Where am I gonna see an interview?
What do you need cable for? I don't know. Nobody has cable.
No. Cut the cord, Amber.
I don't know. I don't watch the news or nothing anyway, so I wouldn't have seen the interview. And my algorithms are all focused on hair care products.
Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. This is
Love Island stuff. Oh,
this is the dude nicknamed the Punisher, and he's bigger,
we can't see.
He's allegedly saying the jury made the right decision at the Diddy trial. So he's out here having his best life, apparently. I mean, he's giving interviews. And
who is bringing up the comments, because mine keep getting overlooked that are trying to understand what Dr. Ball is saying. I saw there was a whole bunch of comments and I stopped reading because it was too many. So it's not me.
Future Dr. Erica Brown summarized what I literally said, but she just put it in the comment, which is that the government overreached, but Diddy is a horrible person. That was ultimately all I was saying, despite all these descriptions of and I think that that's true. I think that if there's a legit interest in stopping violence against women and sex trafficking, this is not where that energy needed to be spent. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
good luck responding to the
comment. It says, it sounds like Jab is talking about the effectiveness of the prosecution strategy, not that he thinks that Diddy isn't guilty or a horrible person. Well, yeah.
I don't think he's guilty of those RICO charges. I think what happened sounds like what it is. He's guilty of again, what he's really guilty of, he's not been tried for. And that was really what was one of my initial points.
I agree.
Keep Diddy and free us.
Skip immediately.
Shout out to Skip. And that's
I do think that they didn't do a good job of proving the RICO, but some of the elements of what they were trying to say could qualify under a RICO, like using your business enterprise to fund these particular illegal activities.
Wow, Obi.
Yeah, I just want to say that it's not Jerry, it's me. I didn't want to listen to him for more than 5 minutes. And somebody in the chat said,
I didn't talk for nearly as long as 5 minutes. I think it's wild to sit here with Amber on this screen, talk about Jared is long-winded. I just think that is amazing. That is amazing.
I just be trolling.
Salute, Obi. You win. You win today.
I just be trolling. No, I know this.
Actually, that just fixed everything for me. I'm good now. I was a little bit irritated. I'm good now. That was perfect.
This how I know that Jerry didn't speak for 5 minutes because I was heating up my chicken and it took me a minute and 6 seconds. So I knew he didn't speak for that long. I just like trolling. It's fun.
I appreciate, that was perfect. That was hilarious. But okay,
Sono said Amber do be trolling, LOL. Usually Jerry diplomatic about it, but he ain't let us out today. I said he start getting angry, y'all.
No,
He
because
start getting
sometimes,
ready.
well,
I said, damn, cheeks
I
getting
don't
ready.
like
You
that.
finna dump me.
But I don't like when I'm being misrepresented and people are trying to drag me in the chat like I'm saying something I'm not saying. So if there's plenty of things to disagree with me with, just make sure I've actually said it.
Well,
that's all.
Most of the time the chat
I do get mad when I'm misrepresented. Project Dystopia is
encourage
exactly
trolling
I
behavior.
don't like it.
So it makes it easier for Amber to keep pulling those comments up and people to.
Maggie said, not long-winded, LMAO. Honestly, if you talk more than 2 minutes, you long-winded to me. Once we get to a minute 30 seconds, you're really pushing it, actually.
But that you are saying it and that you are on the screen while this is being said that's what made my day. And yes, I do. You're right. I get mad when I'm misrepresented, especially around here. Like, how dare some of you out here? And I've even noticed some of y'all don't even come around. Like there's some chat all-stars that don't even show up anymore when I'm here. They don't even show up anymore when I'm here.
But Robin,
because I let them know that I'm not here for it. And salute, stay with. We can stay separated. I love it.
Robin said he didn't talk for 5 minutes, just so you know. They got your back.
Of course, I didn't talk for 5 minutes.
And Stono said, "We know it's you, Amber." I'm so glad y'all know. I also just want to say, I keep trying to get them to like do this group activity where we all take some kind of and then get on for the show and see what happens, but they won't do it. And I just want y'all to know this could be so much more fun, but Geechee keeps all of a sudden forgetting every time we're supposed to do it.
Zenzi, because I know how things roll around here. I know they don't show up when I'm on, and they shouldn't, because I don't let them get away with stuff. And some of y'all like they got all of this in the chat, and as soon as you say, "Hey, I disagree with you too, and let's talk about it," pew, 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 they gone, and you never hear from them again. Now, all jokes aside,
argument, though.
All jokes aside, though, there is a real problem in the activist world around that. And I don't need to be involved with the correction, but there is a real problem with that. People talk about we should be able to have principled disagreement and talk directly. And that's not what happens. Way too often people say, "Oh, you disagree with me," and they just cut you off and go hang with their friends.
Yeah.
So people don't principally yeah.
They don't principally debate anymore. Like there's no struggle.
Anymore.
Honestly, it's really fun. I think it's more fun to talk to people who don't believe in some of the same things you believe in, because I actually feel like I learn way more. And to me, it makes it easier for me to like hone in on what I believe too. I'll be like, yeah, I know what the other arguments are against this now as well. But I also just feel like we don't have as many discussions as we used to. And I'm never considering like these like debates. I just feel like we're just talking. I actually agree though. I think that the defense did put on a really good case, and I don't think that the government did a good job at all. I don't think they did a good job at proving a lot of their case. And I also feel like the public media narrative was so strong against the government just trying to set him up that I really feel like it made it harder for them to argue well, because they were seeing like that people weren't believing them. I was seeing way too many people trying to explain what exactly he was on trial for too. And so I feel like that also conflates a lot of things, because no one really knows what he's even being tried for. It's like,
I think a lot of, I was myself included. When I wasn't paying attention, so I was like, I kept hearing RICO and sex trafficking. I was like, oh man, ooh, like I think more akin of what R. Kelly was accused of than what Diddy was accused of, and they're both horrible. But when I think of trafficking and RICO and stuff like that, I think more of what R. Kelly was doing.
Wow, this my kind of carrying on.
I go where jab is to hate professionally.
Yeah.
Look, all jokes. Look, I think folks need to be able to say, "Look, we disagree on something, and let's talk and have it not be you just get cut off and get cut out the click. That's and I think that's usually what happens or too much at least.
Okay, so Ross said that the Fed always overreaches. The expectation is that you'll plead out, but if you have the money, you can see it through. That conviction rate is padded by lots of cases being settled. I actually agree with this because I've watched 5 federal trials in just the last 2 years, and I saw multiple times how they were trying to get people to plead out to the charges versus actually taking it to trial. One particular case, there was a senator in Memphis, Senator Katrina Robinson, who was charged with all these like fraud charges when realistically her accountant just kind of sucked and messed up a few things, but she wasn't like outright stealing. Like that wasn't what was happening, but they tried to make it seem like that. And like the Diddy thing, they actually had been watching her for a while and did like a raid and all that stuff. But when they actually presented it, they ended up dropping 22 of the charges, like as the trial was going through, because they couldn't prove a lot of stuff. Geechee, if you're gonna pull the comments up, you gotta read them. Like we need accessibility here.
It's hard to read them when you're talking, but
but when I stopped talking, you could have read it. You took it down before I even.
Do you do that? I ain't never.
I did.
My bad.
Just because you don't be saying nothing because you don't want to say the wrong thing because you really don't know what you're talking about.
No, actually, that's not true at all. I don't say.
No, he saw what happened to me. He was smart.
Oh, anyway, Keontae, to answer your question, this what Amber do. Amber will pull up a random question and just start answering the question. Like, I don't know what the question at now, Keontae. My bad. You talking about my favorite college football game I played in, or favorite college football game in general? Because the one I played in was in Georgia when I had 3 catches, 2 touchdowns for 93 yards in the first half, and I pulled. Did
you play D1?
No.
Oh
no.
That's all we know about it.
Oh, damn.
Hey, that's what shit happens. But nah, I don't know if that's a question about favorite college football game in general.
My bad. Put the one you're putting up.
Oh, I don't know. I was moving it.
Somebody said, I'm here for Amber's excursions. If I want straight news, I'll read a website. I know that's right. The one I put up was this one that Monty said, the FBI doesn't try cases it isn't confident with. It isn't confident it can't win. It's a scare tactic. They settle / plead out all the cases they can't win quietly. I agree. DC Joe Black said outright stealing. That's a t-shirt. It is because I just feel like, they'll make it seem like a nigga was really trying to commit fraud whole time. You just had a business that struck off and you start making a lot of money and you didn't have a good accountant. It's just not even that serious, I wasn't even sure if Jared was alive because he was not moving, but he just started moving his head a little bit, so I know he's okay. I got to make sure the only person who checks on me makes it.
Good thing I got a healthy family who makes sure I'm good.
I'm glad you do. It's your mama house that you at, Ichi?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's your childhood bedroom you in, or?
Nah. My childhood, my mother lived in Dover, Pennsylvania, close to York. But I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, so.
Oh.
She been moving around up north. But anyway, so I don't want to talk about Diddy no more, and I don't know how much time we have left. Tell me y'all got something better.
We got plenty of time left, actually. What y'all want to hear about? What y'all want to know about? We can talk about some Memphis stuff.
No, Dover, Pennsylvania. I say that as well. Yeah, it's close to York. What's York?
Oh, this was the one you pulled up.
Oh yeah,
she's doing the ancient Gullah practice called "Keeping My Mouth Shut."
Don't rabbity tongue. Hey, Jerry, you been to York, Pennsylvania before? Randomly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks very much like a low budget Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
You know any history about that? Because there's a whole lot of
I don't know.
Oh, because there's a whole lot of biracial couples seemingly very obvious.
So I'm not the mixed race whisperer now. I gotta have
No,
like I know all the
I'm just
spots
saying
where
like
interracial couples gather.
That came at the wrong way. But
What
no, what
kind
I'm
of what
saying
kind
is
of what kind of mulatto noir, massage mulatto noir is this nonsense?
no, I'm trying to figure out if
Massage
people
mulatto.
no.
Damn,
I'm trying
not
to figure out if
that.
people ran from Philly.
Jerry turned tables on both of us today.
I'm trying to figure if people ran from Philly so that they can have their relationship out of scrutiny. And that's why
But why would he know that?
Because he said he's been to York. No, I asked the first question was, where have you been to York? And he said yes.
I'm clocking it, Jared.
Hey, my bad, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Enoch. I was trying to work it a mulatto noir. It's not really mulatto noir. It's supposed to be like massage mulatto or something.
Mixed whisper. Yo, I'm gonna do my own Google history then, because I'm pretty sure they had something to do with something.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Yipper said, I thought Jared was the mixed race ambassador.
That's it. Oh man.
They said shots fired, man down.
Wait,
Man down.
The resident racialist.
Mulatto noir is a super villain.
You know, I agree. The only thing I'm disappointed by is that Jerry doesn't change colors as his mood elevates. I will say, the angrier I make him, his cheeks only get a little red. I'm trying to see a different person. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see a whole head flushed. Why doesn't that happen for you, Jerry?
Oh, I thought you said something else.
It does suck. It's kind of a newer thing too. I used to have enough
Really?
melanin that it didn't happen. And I remember there was a moment and I was in denial. This is like, I don't know how many years ago this is. We were out drinking and a dark-skinned buddy of mine said,
the white mama whisperer.
The white
the
mama whisperer.
Biscuit whisperer.
He said, are you drunk? And I said, no. And he said, because your cheeks are red.
Cheeks rosy.
And I was
said,
mad.
oh, shit. That's
it
why I had to
pissed
come
me
in and
off.
be like, no, Jared, that's not what I meant. Because I said, Jared, cheeks getting red. And you know, that means he really get mad. It take a lot.
No, no.
But I will say, I mean, I don't know if it's that soft life you were practicing or what, but you are really good at like keeping yourself balanced and leveled, especially when you're on a live stream with me, because I'm unpredictable.
That's only because that's only come with age. I have not traditionally been very good at that.
You know something, I will admit, I do notice a difference with age. And I was in denial that, like, you know, as I get older, but I'm still very young, I could just do whatever I want and nothing's going to change. But I do be way more serious. And honestly, it feels like an epidemic. I don't want to be this serious.
I don't feel, I definitely am not more serious now. In many ways, I'm more silly as I get older.
I think I'm more serious in decisions, but still very delulu and like.
But you're still on your way up, though. You haven't peaked at your age. Like I'm on the way down. So like I'm on the other side of the hill or the mountain or whatever. So that I'm past the halfway point. You're still growing, and you still. Yeah, I'm 53. So
what?
I'll be 54 in September.
Not bad for yelling, y'all. Jared, I thought you was like 42.
No.
Maybe 45.
You know, I have oily skin, so I don't wrinkle.
Period. I know that's motherfucking right. It's not because you light skin. Let them know, Jared.
That's what somebody told me years ago. She said you have oily skin, and I was like, yeah, and I was always, yeah, and she said, but that means you won't have wrinkles. I said, oh, all right. Well.
Oh, that's what that means.
You just believed her? Do you even know this girl?
I believe women. I told you, if a woman, all a woman has to do is smile at me and say something halfway nice, and it's over. It's a wrap. I'm all in. So yeah.
Let them know, Jared, you believe women and sex workers.
I believe women and sex workers, especially women who are sex workers. They're the most honest people on the planet, and some of my favorite. But I'm like Jesus. That's who I would hang with. If I had all the power, that's who I'm. No, I'm just playing. But I do. I have literally, and my wife will tell you, I literally have survived by listening to women. You know, that's the only way I'm still here. I am living the soft life. Absolutely. Why should absolutely trying to make it softer.
Ain't that's the is Dan Freeman? That was the guy name in the Spook, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He listened to women sex workers too, and that's why he was able to navigate the system. See, got the
yeah.
I just want to say a manifesto said Amber's using flattery. I'm actually not using flattery. I'm just cracking jokes and trolling once again.
Yeah, Amber discussed Drake's fake. What?
Amber, what?
We're not talking
Drake is becoming a MAGA. Is that true?
I just want you to know, Ross, that I agree. Jab can have whatever he wants because he gifted the world with mama's biscuits. Now that is me using flattery.
Thank you, Ross. That's right. And it was a gift. Everybody's welcome.
And nobody saw it.
Jab's palm olive right now. That's right. Jab's hands. That's true. That's true.
Palm olive, like
color? Soft soap. No, soft soap, dish soap. Like okay. I think that used to be part of the commercial. Keep your hands soft after you do all the dishes and the house cleaning.
Oh yeah, that's true. Stone
all three of y'all have great skin.
All three of y'all have great skin. Thank you so much. You know, some of us actually sit on the stream and drink water, and we make sure we get our water in.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Absolutely.
Nah, I ain't got no water right now. I had it earlier.
That's why Jerry looks so young, probably because I did not know you was in your 50s. My mama is in her 50s, and she looked really young too, though. So, you know.
But part of what I'm sure has come with that age is that my bad temper has somewhat, subsided, and then I don't and then for the most part, despite a few moments here or there on the Remix Morning Show, I try to engage these spaces the way I would a classroom. And I'm not going to be getting into arguments and hostile with students, even when one of them once upon a time wanted to step outside and put his hands up.
He wants to fight?
Yeah.
I'm already knowing.
Nah.
Because you're tall, so I feel like you could just like stomp somebody.
Height is not a guarantee of victory. And if you know what you're doing, it's not even an advantage.
It is a guaranteed threat.
Well, he was not feeling threatened, and he was significantly shorter. He was not showing signs of threat. But I was like, that's not what we do here. Like imagine me putting my hands up a student, even if he deserved it, even if he's technically an adult. I would never. I can't even. I mean, I can't. The point is, I'm supposed to. Ideally, even as I approach these spaces, I'm supposed to be here to contribute something of positive and to demonstrate a certain pattern of behavior, even if it goes against my nature or my own tendencies. Like I got to do better. That's at least the goal. So I wouldn't want to come out here and be even as irritated as I was 15, 20 minutes ago. But,
Oh, you was irritated?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted for you.
You're not. You're not at all.
What do you mean? I wouldn't have said I was sorry if I wasn't. Have y'all met me?
You're not.
It's not what I wanted for you. I think I'm still just about 6'2".
Jared is very tall, y'all. When I first saw him in person, I was very shocked because I didn't think that he was so tall. But apparently people thought that about me too. They was like, I saw Amber at the conference and she's so tall. So what's her name?
How tall are you, Amber?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Oh.
Why you say it like that, Geechee?
Because I thought you was gonna be like, I'm 6 something. You said tall, but okay. Yeah, but
tall
I
for a
guess that's
woman.
tall for a woman. Yeah.
I'm tall for a woman, and I'm thick, and I got a large stature. So realistically, I feel taller. I feel like I feel taller to people than I actually am because of that. Because my stature just comes off like I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on shit, apartments, regardless. Yeah. Y'all don't listen to Big X the Plug?
Nah, he need to. No.
I think Born Liberated has a point. I can be moody, you know.
Really?
No, yeah.
I don't think it's because you're light skinned.
It
Wait,
might
what?
be. There are no dark skinned moody people. Melanin
think
brings tranquil level
I don't know.
fields
I
of
said I don't
emotions.
think it's because you're light
Nah,
skinned. So I don't know.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about whoever.
Oh.
I just think it's funny with me.
nah.
It's like it's the things that get attributed to melanin or the lack thereof is sometimes
Oh
funny to
yeah,
me.
Elon saw me in person. They know that we tall. Well, Elon's taller than me, but
Why I'm built like a gym teacher. I feel like
dang,
that's
they
an
checking you
insult.
like they a Memphis nigga. Who
But
was born
I
liberated?
feel like that's an insult. I feel like gym teachers are not. I feel like that's messed up. I feel like
It's this girl I follow on TikTok who's a gym teacher, and she she posts like her like pictures and stuff from like teaching and stuff. And I will say that it's like a particular bod. Like she's not super fit, but she definitely looks like she works out occasionally. If that makes sense.
no. I think I'm not impressed.
I agree with Stono
my
Rebel.
current stand. I might be.
She said Amber's so sweet in person. I believe her. She's sorry. I was. And honestly, I think that getting older also has made me be willing to like accept when I'm wrong or apologize more. But sometimes I'm only willing to do that because I realize they actually got me. Like once I realize somebody got me and I can't like finesse out of it, then I just be like, all right, yeah. I just give up. I give up quicker. I be like, fuck it, yeah, you got me. I'm sorry. But in the past, I would have argued that shit for hours.
Stono, I'm a Libra, but I don't, for the record, believe in any of that. Has anything
That's
to
so
do with
interesting
anything.
because I'm a Libra rising. I don't know a lot about Libras other than like your rising sign is how you present in the world. And I think that makes sense. I think that people get the Libra energy from me sometimes. Because it's more tied to like your personality and how people see you.
I am the resident mulatto. But
that's only because you got a white parent. You know, if you was
no, it's a white mother. Because Kamal, I think Kamal doesn't. And my oldest just had a conversation with me about that. Like, and she said you're doing the best you can for your people, but the mix with the white mothers are the biggest problems in the world right now.
They apparently are. They actually are. They literally are.
Even my daughter was saying, "I see you trying out here, pops," but you know, salute to grandma, but
Geechee, someone has a question for you.
Yes.
How your morning going, sir? How your morning going, sir?
It's great. It's good. I'm around my family and we about to turn up. I don't know.
But wait a minute. Brittany Fubar said, I'm good though. Umar said, if you're mixed and accept your black identity, you are acceptable. And I have the clip somewhere. So unless he changed his mind, I keep that in my digital wallet. So whenever I get questioned, I could pull up the clip and Umar's like, look, I'm good.
He also said that
because my bad. Sorry about that. Do better, Jared. Sorry. Whose comment was just up?
Oh, it was Ashley Knuckles. She said, love me some Amber. She was lovely to me. Thank you so much, Ashley Knuckles. And I love the lotion that you made me, the bar. Very moisturizing. It's one of my favorite ways to like layer. Like I have like this 3-step moisturization plan, and the baby oil, the body like butter thing you made me, the lotion bar. I use that first, and then come in with like the scented stuff. I feel like it stays longer because of that. So thank you. But I will say also, I think with getting older, I've also kind of let go of my like give a fuck a meter. Like I just don't care anymore. And so I do respond better when people talk to me in public because I used to be very awkward, still a little awkward. But I feel like I kind of have like threw it out the window a little bit. And so I can like embrace people when they meet me in person because I'd be a little like, oh, you might not think I'm that cool. I don't know. I don't know. And
My
then,
social awkwardness gets dismissed as mixed light skin arrogance. That has been a consistent
really?
problem. Yeah.
Okay, I
In
didn't get
fact,
that
most
vibe
of
from
my
you though.
life.
I'm not gonna
No,
hold
most
y'all. When I saw Jared in person, he looks lighter on here than he actually is. So I was like, at first I had double take because he was definitely darker. And I was like, is that Jared? And he was so tall that I was thrown off. But he has like old person swag. He had on this little like old guy hat, like you see people wearing like to the coffee shop in the
Kango
morning.
is a Kango.
Yeah, and I was like, but
Oh,
he's
the
older.
driver hat.
I just thought you were in like your cool uncle phase, you know? I was like, because that's how I see y'all as like my cool uncles. But Geechee never says anything because he really slick, always beefing with me. And then Jared is like always ready to give me some historical or academic.
Wait. What? I'm. You call me a cool uncle?
Yeah,
I ain't that old.
you in your 40s, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You are. You and
Be
your.
for real, nigga.
He's still in denial.
Damn.
Definitely denial. But I definitely was like, yeah, you're like unk age. Hey, and that party I went to last night, all people fine ass uncles was outside. I said, I know that's right. Now, one thing I ain't never seen before though, they said business casual. I didn't dress like super business casual. Like I'm not doing all that. I put on a little dress. But I ain't never seen a nigga with a floral suit on. But the pants is hoochie daddy shorts. Hoochie daddy shorts hugging, like squeezing his thighs, and then a
Oh
suit
wow.
jacket. But a long
Damn.
suit jacket. I said, now why he thought that combo made sense?
That's that water. That's that gullah in me. Hey, listen. I just got a text that Killer Mike and Ti seafood restaurant in Buckhead already closed.
No
I'm
way.
screaming. What?
No way.
I was about to look it up soon, but I just had to tell y'all. Let me
Look
find
it
it.
up.
Listen, can I just say again, because I just submitted it this week. I am very happy that this book chapter that has been very well received. I got to start off by hating on them and calling on, because the first paragraph is just reminding what Killer Mike said, what Malvo said, what what's his name from Ferguson said. It was like all this, and I was like, and at first I didn't think the editors would let it go because it's a little petty, but I was like, they, but I turned it into something. Oh man, I got the feedback. It was uncomfortable. The praise from the editors was uncomfortably high.
Born Liberated, I agree. He does look like he owns a newspaper hat and a peacoat.
I
definitely could see him in a peacoat with that hat that he had on at the conference the first time. And
I do have a peacoat.
I don't know what that means, Born Liberated. Also, Brittany, Red Lobster is back. I heard that the biscuits is better. They got seafood boil bags. They said, I heard they hitting.
Wait, they are. Y'all talking about Red Lobster and we talking about black owned businesses. This is why we can't get.
So you said it's only temporarily closed.
It's only temporary. They said that. Well, they didn't talk about reopening date, but it's temporarily closed for upgrading the menu and enhancing some of the feng shui.
That means they got too many complaints and niggas was standing online. They said we got to go do some retraining. We got to get this together.
I think you're right. I think that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. They hired.
Well, at least they don't have to pull that Pinky. You know, Pinky got subs now, so she Slutty Vegan is kind of on the decline with her franchise, and now she has the.
Oh yeah, Geechee. Yeah, my bad. I just saw your text. Yeah, I got a sty. Everybody. Yeah, I got a pretty bad working sty. So forgive me if I'm been.
Really?
Yeah. It's been.
My mommy gets those. Is that like an older thing?
No.
Well, no. I've been told all my life it's because I have these long, beautiful eyelashes.
Oh, what happens?
And they just get a little infection, and you get like a non-communicable sort of. It's really irritating.
See, Musa, I agree. Musa said they PR lying. That restaurant will not be back open. Food was trash. I agree because I will say.
Wait. You had that food too?
Haven't
Oh,
had the food, but I saw
oh,
bad reviews. And I will
yeah.
say, I see this happen all the time. Restaurants in Memphis will say the same thing because they was trash, but they won't say that they permanently closed. They'll be like, we're closed for renovations, and never be seen again. And then like about 2 months later, you see the name taken off the building.
No. Actually, that's a good point because I thought most renovations have an anticipate reopen date, and if they say it's not, then you're right. I didn't read that part. I didn't. So yeah.
Born Liberated. Does Mama Ball make bomb ass biscuits or in the name of just a band? So the name of Mama's Biscuits came from a Method Man lyric on the Muddy Waters album, the Red Man Method Man track on the Muddy Waters album. With all due respect to my wonderful mother, I will say is that because she was often working 2 jobs, I had a lot of TV dinners and cook something on Sunday, eat off of it all week. And what I will say is that my Black friends would sometimes not so politely say to me that she was sort of the stereotypical white woman cook. You know, not enough spice, not enough flavor, you know. So my mother was not doing the biscuits in any meaningful way. She was you know, barely making sure we had an oven to cook something in. So I'll you know,
That's
but
what I want to know from
you know.
Musa. Musa, what you get at the restaurant that was nasty? I want to know.
Musa, did you actually eat there? Or did you just hear it reported that the food was trash? I would be curious to know.
I don't even know.
Wait, who did I call out? Alicia, who did I call out?
Chad, we don't know. And why I tell my damn mama that I was gonna do this live stream, so you know she did keep it down.
$17 for a salad at the. Let me look at this menu. Hold on, I gotta go to the.
And she been back here talking the whole time we've been on the stream. I hope y'all couldn't hear her because she out there having a good time.
I will say that my mother used to get these store-bought biscuits that you would just throw in the oven and they would, you know, do their own thing. And I always thought they were very good. But I also, after about a week or so in boot camp, thought boot camp food was good. So I don't know if I'm the right one.
It's the way y'all be ignoring me when I be talking. This is why I don't know about to talk to y'all.
My bad. What was ignored? My bad.
Don't worry about it. Never again.
I was waiting for this. I'm not ashamed to admit I was taken on a date there. Neither me nor my date liked a single thing on our plates. Wow.
Damn. Now hold on. How'd the date go though? Like, although y'all had the food, is there?
And Musa said they got taken.
Yeah, Musa be getting taken out. The fuck, you know what's going on.
When's the last time?
And if she got the cash, she better spend it.
Listen,
I'm talking about in it.
We're gonna investigate. We're gonna investigate this bankhead.
Who said boot camp food was good? No home cook for 8 weeks. Boot camp food was. You thought it was good? It took me a week or so because those eggs were green at first.
I agree with Erica. Musa, you want to hear the rest of the day story?
Musa, drop the link. Have Musa come join us.
Oh, that corn look good though.
Oh my God, not that corn look good.
Let me see the $17 salad. Lobster bites. Crab, $27.
Now I will say that's what I'm most excited about being here. Like I eat the most seafood when I'm in New Orleans because it's so fucking good, boy. I'm telling you.
So the salad is $12. You add $6 for the chicken, 8 shrimp, 9 salmon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you okay.
That's one of my favorite meals to get though, is to go somewhere to get a salad and just add salmon or chicken to it. But they do be I feel like they do
shame
be
on you hating on Black businesses like this.
Peach glazed salmon for $29.
Peach glazed salmon sounds disgusting, and that's why they're not open no more. Because why was glazed on some fucking salmon? You know what? To jail. And I don't even believe in jail. Believe in jail. The whole to jail.
Damn.
Immediately. Do not stop. Do not pass go.
Capitalist seafood shakedown.
That's why people don't like moving to restaurants because what?
No, wait. Here go. Wait. I gotta show something. Here go Amber. Here go Amber. We talk about people
Good.
cooking.
Holding coffee. This is outrageous. Where are the armed men
Oh, it's not working.
who come in to take the protesters away? Where are they? This kind of behavior is never tolerated in Boracua. You shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're
Buracua.
stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
It's crazy.
Jail.
Put that man in
Children
there.
who don't even believe in jail, sometimes you have
Yeah.
to accept when one might be necessary.
You put peach
For
on a
them?
salmon, jail.
For them, lock it up immediately.
I mean, I'm
Somebody
creative.
say-
I'm a creative in the kitchen, but peach, salmon,
Nasty. That's nasty. Honestly, all you need is a salmon. You maybe a little mango salsa, But other than that, you really just need the salmon. That's it.
they was trying to make it
Lady,
Atlanta though, the Georgia dish.
Disgusting.
They thought mango can work, so pineapple and mango. So they tried the peach. Maybe.
Mm-mm.
Do they say when it's supposed to open? Now
No.
I want to see if we're going to test Moose's theory.
No, that's what I'm saying. On the article, it says they don't have a reopen date. So I think that's the part.
They
that I
served
didn't
one too many peach glazed salmons. So they're done for. Somebody on Instagram, I just saw that somebody posted on Instagram and it said, if you're celebrating Americans today, keep that shit to yourself. That's embarrassing. And it's so funny to me.
That's beautiful.
I don't think that's true for food. I don't think that's true for adding it to mangoes and peaches have similar textures. Could be used interchangeably.
I
For
actually disagree. Mangoes are more firm and peaches are way more soft.
and mangoes
And
has more
flavor.
acidity in it, so it could do something with
it
meals.
blends better with the salmon.
Yeah,
And
peach
mango salsa is a lot different to me than peach glaze. Like the mango salsa is also like got like salsa stuff in it too, and even like just like the red dry tomatoes. Like I've had that on salmon too. Peach glaze, disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so before we dip out, here's my dating updates because I know y'all really want to know. So after I deleted the whole roster and restarted, I restarted with a new group of fellas, like it's Love Island. And the new group of boys, they get it. They locked in. They know that I deserve attention and support at all times. And that's what they be giving. And that's what's going to keep them locked in.
Because you give them what now?
Because they understand that I deserve like attention and all their love and affection. And really, I deserve the world.
You deserve detention or attention?
I love their attention. Like I deserve their attention. And love and affection and money and time.
So you're trying to do the soft life that you just talked about. That's why you said something about the soft life earlier. That was kind of
You said something about the soft life.
No, your answer was
no. I think that's. I mean, really, I think that's regular dating. Like, I feel like people have expectations. Those are mine, and either you're gonna rise to the occasion, or you're gonna get cut. 1 to 2. This is you got served, and you got a dance battle. Go head to head. You lose, it's over. Like that's all it is.
Erica heard my pun. You missed it because you too engulfed in your dating.
I knew exactly what you meant because you be playing too damn much.
Oh shit. But yeah.
Attention.
So,
I knew what you meant.
So you're dating. I thought you said you cut in your roster, but for some reason you was thinking about bringing your roster back in.
I cut and then I added to.
You copying and pasting, cutting. Okay.
I cut and then I cut, subtracted, added to, and then added to from totally different places because I feel like sometimes it's the location. Sometimes like the one I was dating in Memphis, I was like, it's the location. Let me switch locations, and I moved to a different location.
We're gonna have you and Stono do a show together. Y'all Olympic dating
I
excursion.
agree, Stono. I like Olympic dating. Keep a gold, silver, and bronze on your team. You always gotta have backup. Although I did have to dump one of my backups because he was tripping. So imagine begging to hang out with me, consistently begging to hang out with me. But
Talking about begging.
I mean begging, like literally asking me every day, what am I doing? What am I doing? Do I want to go? Do this, do that, do that, blah, blah, blah. So I finally agreed to hang out. We meet up at this spot. We're hanging out or whatever. Someone called me and they were telling me something. They were like, "Oh, I got another thing I need to tell you." I was like, "Oh well, I'm around people," and I was like, "I'm with this person." I said his name, and I said, "Don't tell me right now." And she was like, "Okay, I got you. I'm gonna tell you later." It's my friend. We all went to college together, so she know the person. Like if I say his name, obviously you know who I'm talking about. And then this man was like, "Why would you say my name? You was doing too much. You doing all that." I said, "Oh, that's a problem. Bye." And I left and I blocked him. Never talked to him again.
Wait, what's the tripping part?
Because he was being weird. I feel like he was being
No.
weird.
It sounds like you on the roster too, my sister. And you ain't supposed to be saying names.
No, I'm not on the roster too.
How would it sound like to me when he said
nigga begging to hang out with me could never have me on a roster. Let's be serious.
You never know.
Would you be on a roster? Would you knowingly be on a roster?
Yeah, if I'm not in a committed relationship, I don't care. But I wouldn't knowingly be on the roster for competition. I'll be on the roster because I'm the favorite. But I wouldn't be competing with nobody.
You still would be competing with them.
There's no competition.
It will still be competition. You'll be winning at the time. But it's still competition.
Okay. I'm a bad mama jamma, even in pajamas.
Well, you ain't bad enough for the dude who said don't say his name.
I think honestly, he's just fucking weird. But it's interesting because we went to college together, and he's definitely a like bottom barrel person. Like I don't hit him up unless I have absolutely no other option.
That's wild, Amber.
I'm just trying to link up real quick.
Wow.
So, and I feel like he knows that he's a backup.
Well, how he still bag you then?
I ignored him enough for him to know he's a backup. I mean, he be texting me every other day for a good 2-3 weeks before I actually respond. So I feel like that means you know you're a backup.
Actually, that's probably not. Maybe he got a shorty and he just trying to do something else fun.
No, he don't.
That's why he said don't mention his name, Amber. I'm telling you.
That's not what he said. That's not what I said either. He said, "Why you say my name?" And he said I was doing too much. I said, "How's that doing too much? If somebody knows who you are." We all went to college together. We also live in the same city. We all know each other. It's not doing too much. And I said, "Oh, I see what you're doing. I got you. I can fix this easily." Clipped.
That's interesting. Somebody said that person sounds like a simp, and I wonder. Never mind.
I really feel like that's what it was, though. I really feel like it was a like you.
If a simp bag you, then how would you? I don't get that. I really don't get that.
I think that one, I will say this is the first time that we had an argument. There's been other times we also had arguments where I was right, like to be upset or whatever, and he was being just extra, and then I stopped talking to him and I blocked him, and then he'll find me on social media. Like he is very much. He know what he's losing, and he.
But wait, slow down. You telling stories too fast. Now, if you block him, he find you on social media, and y'all still went out on a date. I don't know, Amber.
I didn't say that.
Oh no, slow down.
I mean, I just feel like what's wrong with me doubling back if I know what I'm gonna be getting from the double back?
Because double backs isn't that the ingredients for simps? They keep double backing.
I feel like to me,
that's why
I am out dating. I'm in the dating world, and at the moment, I'm available, and someone who's consistently hitting me up wants to hang out. Sure, whatever. But if I'm not amused by the situation anymore, if it's not fun, then it's easier to just like stop talking to you and block you.
Oh, I don't know.
But I mean, I'm only spending the block on this same person. But now I actually really did block him for real. Like I blocked him on Instagram and by number because I felt like 3 times is too much, and it's just too many niggas on my block.
I like your double entendre just now. You said you blocked them, then you spinning the block. I see you. See you, Amber. Sticking
in the chat
around me, you get some rap
somebody in
bars.
the chat said y'all just counting down for 10 o'clock. That's so funny. I feel like, okay, so Elon said, let me pull this up too. Elon said blocking is harsh. I agree. I really only block on every single thing if you really piss me off. And I don't like, to me, this what really pissed me off about it. I felt like you were saying it like you was embarrassed to be around me. And nigga, I'm that girl. Like, I don't fall for that bullshit. So the moment a motherfucker act like they was like either embarrassed or they want people to know they was with me, oh, snipped.
So basically, y'all soft life adjacent. That's what it sounds like. Cause y'all talking about y'all bronze. Stone said my bronze. Man, you just took my thing away. Never mind, man. Never mind.
I didn't try to do that. I'm sorry. I did not try to do that. Go back to it. God.
It's already gone. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, Amber. Take it off. Take it off.
Josephus said Amber told us the highlights. You to hit a triple. I done double back a few times on this one person. But this true thing, this situation really pissed me off. So actually, I won't ever double back again. And so to make sure I don't double back, I added 2 more to the roster. That way, I already have new things going on, and I can just find someone to replace that person.
So it took you 1 week to say you don't want a roster anymore to be back on the roster.
I feel like it's not as serious as it seems. I feel like the previous roster, I was dating those people to eventually, possibly, if I like decide to commit to it, be in a relationship with one of them.
Wait, say that. Wait, say that again. Because all those dating possibly decided like that tells you that you wasn't serious. Like you said 7. You said 7 of them.
I was at first, but like, okay, so this is my back and forth with my therapist. I be wanting to like do what she's saying, be vulnerable and stuff, and then I get scared. I be like, no, I don't want to do this because I feel like something might go left. I need to stay in control, so I just
Amber. I think your therapist is a weed smoker, aren't they? I could tell that motherfucker light up soon as you leave. When you leave that couch, that nigga roll up or
and calls his therapist, and then calls his therapist.
It's like, yo,
it's a lady. It's a lady.
She probably be.
She rolls up and calls her therapist.
She might be rolling up or lining up. One of the two. She either rolling up or lining up. Amber.
I hope it's not lining up. Good Lord.
But she is white, so she could be. No, I don't think she is though.
You see a white therapist?
She's an older. Okay, so just to add, I've had the same therapist since I was 13. So
you would see a white therapist, but not date a white man or woman or person.
For sure. In this situation, yeah, because my white therapist, well, she's a white woman, but I've been seeing her since I was 13. So a lot of like the things that we talked about, it's been over such a long period of time. I can't at this point. I can't switch. I get sometimes like a little frustrated and think about switching. Like if there's like one little simple thing that happens, I'd be like, I gotta leave this white therapist. But when I think about all I would have to explain to somebody, I'm not doing that. It's just way too much. It's way too much. I'm 30. Like, that's like a lot. Can't do it. And honestly, I feel like because she's in my therapist for so long, now she's seeing the reward. She's reaping the rewards for all the work she put in on me. Because after telling me to be vulnerable for almost 9 years, I actually started to do it just a little bit.
What you call rewards? Talking about like the pay? Sure. Her salary?
Honestly, I don't even pay her that much. So
Amber's presence is a reward. The theoretical invitation to the cookout, maybe? Is that her reward?
Hi, mommy. They can see you a little bit. You want to say hey? Okay. She's running away. Nia said, Amber, can you go to love him if you don't? I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to say no. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so the whole thing was that I was like, okay, I'm going to date these people. And of those people I was dating, I would have been in a relationship with one of them. Like, I could see myself being in a relationship with one of them. But then it got a little too serious for me. And I said, I don't want to do that.
Got a little bit too serious. So
I clipped it.
Commitment avoidant? You be running from it?
Someone said that I was a dismissive avoidant personality, something like that. I don't know. I could believe it. I could see it. But basically, Yeah. So then I decided I would just rather have a roster for the summer because of all this travel I'm doing this summer. Why not like meet up with people in different places to like have them show me the city and take me
I
to
mean, you can do
campground?
that without having a roster too, though. You Amber.
Yeah, that's true, Ichi. But you know, mm, I actually don't think it's a fear of attachment. Somebody said fear of attachment, I'll say in the chat, but it moved too quick, so I can't find it. I actually think that it's more of a I really enjoy being in control, and you have to be willing to give up some control, like to form some kind of like deep relationships. Actually,
That is an attachment to style, though. That's an attachment style. I don't know if it's a fair attachment.
yeah,
Fair
attachment
commitment.
style. That's the
It's
style.
fair commitment, but it's still an attachment style that you are
I don't
displaying.
have fair commitment though. I've been in committed relationships. Andy said you coming to Brooklyn, Amber. I actually am 2 times. I'm coming like next weekend, and then I'll be there for like 10 days actually.
So, Andy, okay, Andy.
But I don't know. I don't know who Andy is. Andy looked fine from this profile picture though. So, you know.
Oh, was that a bid?
That's what it looked like. Okay, Andy.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh, all right.
Andy a good dude though. Him and his brother, they some good people. So
hit me up on Instagram at A is for Afro so that you can let me know about all the hot spots because I'm trying to go to some of the parties in Brooklyn. I know they be having like those hole in the wall summer parties. I'm trying to go to some of them joints. Like the
And if you don't reach her there, remember Amber's other account. A is for a wig.
That was funny. That was funny, Jared.
It was.
I will say that I will not be a wig wearer for much longer. I really feel like women don't explain the fact that these things are very tight on your head. And I have been microdosing consistently for about 3 days now to keep the pain together because it really is very, very tight. I don't know how y'all do this. How do you wear sew-ins and stuff? Like this is tight. Now it look good as fuck. Oh, you know, very much giving body, you know, but it's tight. It's not tight right now because I took a little something this morning to help, but I'm really not supposed to put stuff on my head. Like I'm not supposed to put a lot of tension on my head because of my migraines, but I really want to try a new style, and so I'm suffering right now.
You gotta suffer for your beauty. That's
no, it's that
like
beauty is pain.
That's the second-hand mantra in this house. That's why I got this style and my beautiful eyelashes.
It happens.
You know. Anything you all want to let folks know about before we do get out of here?
I'm gonna go.
Anything else other than Amber's visits to Brooklyn?
Yeah, they're gonna be fun. A lot of my friends are here for Essence Fest. So I'm gonna hang out with them and my mom. We're gonna go explore the town. So I'm excited about that. I hope y'all have a good day if you're off of work today and get to do something fun. You know, embrace that soft life.
What about you, Geechee?
Nah, I'm gonna be out the way for a week. But again, next month, if you are near Lexington, Kentucky, come through Louisville, Cincinnati, somewhere. There's a conference, The Art of Organizing, that I'll be at. Get your tickets, come true, and holler at me. But I think some of my folks, Manning should be coming through, and I think Zell might not be able to make it, but we was about to take over Lexington. So
I have not been to Kentucky since the great reverse hashtag debacle of whatever year, 2017, I think that was. But you know, salute. And Skip Coon, I saw the question. You could call me anytime. I do have an appointment at 10:15, so maybe anytime after 11 a.m. Eastern time today, you can call. And always, you don't even have to ask. It's an honor that Skip Coon would want to call me. Yeah. And actually, I'm not playing. I'm straight up. I'm straight up.
Skip a real.
Especially after hearing another week of whack hip-hop history renditions from Jim Jones. I'm not even playing. What Jim Jones is doing is, to me, a civilizational representation of the civilizational decline associated with poor methodology. And that's a sign that this country is on its way out. Not all this stuff about oil and wars and genocide and whatever. It's that Jim Jones would come out his mouth and have people listen to him and talking about he's more important than Nas. He's more relevant than Nas. Oh my God. And people, I don't even care if he's doing this just to sell something. I don't care if I don't even care if this is PR. The fact that anyone would entertain any of this for any moment for at all is just civilizational levels of disrespect. So when someone who I think is better than all of them is really the point I'm getting at. Nas is a legend, but Skip on his worst day is a better MC than Nas could ever hope to be. And that he wants to call, that's a fact. I'm not even playing. I'm not even just talking trash. I'm not even playing. And that Skip would want to call me is an absolute honor. So we've heard Tracy McGrady say that he could just replace.
So see if it's gonna just get on your phone and act a fool. I just want you to know that.
Tracy McGrady said he could replace Kobe and win championships. People talk about LeBron is better than Jordan. I'm trying to tell you.
Wait. You arguing that a difference, a healthy Tracy McGrady can't? Because Kobe would even say that, right?
So listen to really. This is really what my point is. I don't know that Kobe would agree with that. In fact, I know Kobe would not agree with that. I'm convinced Kobe. But this is really what my point is. The idea that you would say that, even if you thought it was true, is so crazy disrespectful to the game, to the history. Why? That's really what, like, people. My God, that you even if you, I get it, rappers, you're supposed to think you better than that, but that you would have not the level of respect for the game, for the culture, as they say, for the history, is so just crazy. It's crazy. So that's really what I'm saying. I don't really know. I don't even care. How dare you?
But no, I hear that because so I saw Styles P rapping in the car with, I can't remember the rapper name. It's like I don't know the dude. He's really nice. He's a light-skinned dude. And I saw somebody said Jim Jones would never, and I didn't know what they was talking about. So Jim Jones is doing something.
They was talking about the fake beef thing.
Oh, I mean,
I only put up Stone on Rebels comment because they said I'm gonna be in NYC by the end of the month. I'll be there at the end of the month too. So if you want to link up, message me on IG. We can definitely connect. And Born Liberated said that we meet in NY. We can meet up in NY if y'all want. I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what?
This is the now Def is asking. Now this is a real challenging question. Is Skip better than Pharoah Monch?
I would love to see them battle. I would love to see them battle.
Now we having a conversation worthy of a conversation. I would love to see that. I would love to see that happen. I don't know. Pharoah, I've said, is my GOAT, but
y'all talking about basketball?
No,
I'm talking about rap.
That's what I
thought. But Skip. I don't know how to come back because that last album was a monster, and he's got a catalog that is monstrous. And one of my favorite Pharoah Monch tracks is a silly club track. So if I'm really getting into the details, I don't know. That's a oof. I'm gonna have to rest with that one for a minute. Tune in next week when we reveal the answer. Is Skip better than Pharoah Monch? We'll reveal that next week. A part of Amber's excursions next Friday.
Period. I know that's right. Well, it's fun talking to you guys.
Saturdays with Renee, Mondays with the Ear Doctor. Got special guests joining me Monday as our 100 Years of Fanon and Lumumba continues. I think there's been a lot of stuff dropping on the platform, so please go catch it. Go catch it.
Period.
Peace, only if you're willing to fight for it. Fred Hampton used to say, thanks, everybody.
Remix. 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 Remix.